We're here with Jean Carter-Hill, the co-founder and executive director of Imagine Englewood If.
And I want to share with you some of the programs that we have on our agenda that we're working towards doing now. Is the Lead Education Outreach Initiative, and that includes a Lead Program Manager, Lead Outreach Project Assistant, and then DEAR. DEAR is a group of residents, grandmothers and mothers from low-income families who have come together to help with the lead awareness, to talk to people about getting the lead out, let them know that we have lead, talk about the screening, and being involved in doing what they can to get the information out and to work with the organization. And this organization came on board through IEI, through the Presbyterian. They gave them a $2,000 grant for their proposal, and we felt that this is an organization need to be. They wasn't really organized before. We kind of organized them to come on board. This was an organization years ago that wasn't doing anything, and we needed someone to give that arm to IEI, and that's the organization, and they going good, strong. They go into the schools, talk to parents, and they help with that screening and taking care the sign-in sheet, making phone calls and stuff like that. What we're looking for with them is to find some funding so we can hire some of our own people to do that. These are our people. We have met with the Board of Health, Department of Planning, Alderman, EPA, but we haven't received any funding. So we're saying, and some of the suggestion was, you need somebody to knock on doors, and you need people to talk. I said, but it has to be our people. See, what some people don't understand is that we don't need the people outside to come over here to work in our community. We need our people trained to work in their own community. That would be the biggest impact. Can you imagine? I work with the homeless and with the volunteers in the school, and I know, God bless you, and I noticed how the attitude of the children changed when they saw their parents working in school. Even if they were just volunteering. We need people to be empowered. So that's part of that DEAR. We hope for them to really do that outreach that we need in the community with around the lead. Because you got to remember, we have lead in adults, we have lead in the home, we have lead in the children. And look at all the construction in our community. That's more lead. Yeah. So they help a lot with the lead screening. And then we working with the environmental justice piece. That's getting what you and I talked about a little earlier. That's getting that soil tested. How do people get the soil tested? Who tests the soil? Who pays for the soil? But if we're going to turn the community around, this is going to be a big piece of it. Community garden. I just talked to you about that. We already have that in place. We have an artist who want to paint a mirror and teach the children how to do art in the garden this summer.
Where is the garden?
It's 6006 South Peoria. It's on Nicholson, Nicholson School campus. Childhood obesity. Last year, dealing with the lead, we realized how important it was for the nutrition. And we looked at, we have a couple kids on our team that really need some help, and a parent. So we started looking at that obesity piece. So we just wrote a proposal to get some funding so we can do a program around childhood obesity. One of the things I noticed when I was at the school, that most of the children, although breakfast is in the school, they eat all that hot stuff and that red juice before they get to the school. So not only is it for the obesity, it's for their health that they need help. Englewood Without Borders, that's a youth program that we're working with, and a think tank. We're waiting to get funding for these programs to work with young people. Englewood Without Borders, I don't know that much about it, but I'm excited about the part that I know, because we need to stop some of the vandalism in the neighborhood and kids doing a lot of crazy stuff. Maybe if we could get them to understand that this whole community is our community. You know, we had a gang thing where they don't want you to cross race scene and all that kind of stuff. We got to work with the CAPS and with the police and other organizations to make our neighborhood safe. When children tell you they're afraid to go to school, that's sad. And we have that, where parents got to push their kids out to go to school. I think sometimes, what would the president think if he had to push his out to school and they had to go through all this, you know? And then they got to wonder if they're going to be safe when they get into school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just praying that all this will come together around dealing with this lead, that we get people attention and then we can talk to them and they can see where they make a difference. I think when people are included, and a lot of times I think things happen because they're not included. And that's the way I felt about the politicians. I remember when I wasn't involved and I didn't know what was going on and nobody told me. But once I decided I want to get involved, and then I want to bring it back and share it with somebody else, and then people begin to learn they can make a difference. There's a lot of fear when people don't think they can make a difference.
You have more hope now that you have 4 new aldermen. You think it's a positive change? Well,
we plan to have a meeting, sit down with them if we can, and talk to them, because we believe. And I just talked to someone this morning. I talked to somebody yesterday. Every day now I'm talking to people who are saying stuff like, we got a new alderman. That's a good thing, you know. I don't hear nobody saying it's bad. I mean, even if they talk about 16 or 15 or 3.
Across the board, huh?
He's saying it's a good thing. So that's a good thing. So, okay.
Anything else you want to add?
No, Dr. Clark.
Okay. Thank you very much. That was great.